Hello everyone, my name is Frapple and welcome back to Miscrits, right? And for this episode, we're doing another update analysis thingy, right? Today is update 1.18 on Miscrits, and knowing that the video last time got a bit of views on like when we did the update review type of stuff, right? Like all of the Miscrit patches. We'll do another, and the highlight for this version 1.18, at least if you're watching it right now when I upload this, or if you're late into watching this, you might have already missed it. But this is only a week-long event, so while you're watching this video right now, I would very much suggest you to open Miscrits and start grinding, right? Because as you can see right here on the left side of the screen, we have the view limited time event, and this is called the Harvest Feast, right? I think I believe it's the Thanksgiving limited time event, right? And pretty much during this limited time event, we collect horns from the wild and arena battles, then exchange them for different rewards. Basically, you're just searching stuff up here, and then when you defeat the wild battle, you will get what do you call this? They were called pumpkins last time around, but I think I forgot what they're called. But yeah, this is quite similar to the event we had like maybe a month ago. If you were playing around that time, we had some event where we basically do some wild battles. I didn't get any there, unlucky. Basically did some wild battles or arena battles, and then we will get those like new currency stuff that we can exchange for. And I really like this, like this one right here, the horns, right? I really like this event just because of the rewards you can get, right? So the max you can get for this entire event is 350. I'm not sure. Yeah, it was 350 last time around. And you can get like some of these like new stuff, right? Especially pretty much the highlight of these limited time events are the stat hammers, which pretty much is on the name, changes the color of one stat on a Miscrit. So basically, it's pretty much self-explanatory. If you want to make, for example, your Geneseed red speed and you don't want to hunt for another one, you can use the hammer, and then you can just make the speed to red, right? And I'll explain. I'll have a video out on why Miscrits need some red speed stuff. But that's quite important for, like, let's say like for these, maybe going S plus and then you want it to change the red speed, you'll do that, right? Or maybe let's say you have like a legendary that has like gray stats before it has like perfect stats, like for example my Polar Croaky. I can just make this all green essentially. So pretty much it pretty much changes the stats into the what you want, and then possibly make them like competitively viable, right? Because for competitive stuff you kind of need perfect stats on every crit, so that's really good. Otherwise, I feel like the other rewards aren't really too good. Like, I guess the stat swap is quite nice. This event's completely for free. You can get all the horns pretty much for free, and just have to grind, do some wild battles, do some plat arena battles. Not sure if there's a limit for wild battles, if you can just do wild battles all the way, but might as well do some plat arena. You get some plat even though you don't have perfect teams. So if you want to ask me personally what I would get from this event, right? Of course, the hammer is pretty much a must every time around. At least get one hammer, so that will come useful later on when you get a legendary and they have like maybe S stats, right? You just need like one stat to be green. You can use it there. You can also get 2 hammers, which is also pretty nice. I think that will be the route I'm going for. So yeah, I can get like 2 hammers, will be 350. You have like 50 horns left. Yeah, with that you can pretty much just buy like maybe XP tokens, maybe some platinum, some gem. It would be it would be that. But I think last time what I bought was a stat hammer, as well as like I think a few relic stacks, right? So it's not bad. I feel like this event is quite really good, for at least for newer players, and as well as for older players. For older players, or for newer players as well, I could maybe recommend the gold packs now. Last time around they weren't really the best. However, now since like the stats for a gold crate is now fixed, it's either an S plus or an A plus for all the crates I can get. I feel like a gold crate is actually quite useful this time around. I believe a gold crate gives at least 1 guaranteed legendary, I believe. So maybe if you can get like a light igneous S plus there, then you're pretty much set, right? But I think I'll get this on probably my second account. 1 gold crate, and then actually this is quite a hard choice because stat hammer is 150 and gold crate is 300. So that would be a very interesting. Maybe I'll just get like a silver crate, right? Silver crate is also nice too, since you can, there's a chance to get legendary on it. But if you want the guaranteed legendary, go for the gold crate. So maybe a stat hammer, 1 gold crate will do, and then maybe the rest, maybe just buying platinum with that. So really good event. But what's something I really would like to see is somewhat a brand new change. There's another Miscrit patch, and I feel like this patch is quite very it's very patch like Miscrit heavy. Like it's pretty much nerfed a very strong crit in not really in the top leaderboards, but more so like in the lower leaderboards, kind of like in my range, right? And that is VOIDOTRON. VOIDOTRON has been nerfed to the ground. We'll see the patch notes in a little bit and just get this guy to level 30 so I don't have to, you know, level him up after. And get some horns as well. Get started on the event already. So yeah, we have this guy at level 30 now. Gonna retrain him. Just wanted him to get, you know, the plat and such. But we shall see the new update for it. Yeah, this is the new patch notes. You guys can see there's a bunch of changes on the Miskrit patches and also the relics. Yeah, Thanksgiving event harvest feast is now live. That's what I just showcased. And this one right here, when you click on it, bam, singularities from a 29 AP fire attack that continuously grants stat surge for 3 turns with 100% accuracy. It is now 29 AP fire still, right? That still grants stat surge, which is nice, but inflicts anti-heal on itself for 10 turns. 10 motherfucking turns. So that means when you fight a VOIDOTRON, its sole weakness is a simple bleed. Generally a simple bleed, it will pretty much die, right? As well here, the auto accretion, I can't pronounce this. From 10 healing for 4 turns, it is now a 5 AP fire wind attack that inflicts, you know, fire DOT and wind DOT for 1 turn, provides 15 block. At least a 15 block is nice, but it is a 2-turn move, if I remember correctly. LOL. I didn't read the LOL actually. Repellence 5 HP. Removes your elemental weakness with a 4% sleep for more than 1 turn. Provides 5 blocks. So you can't even remove the bleed anymore from doing LOL, because you only get 5 block from it, right? Even from auto creation. So basically, VOIDOTRON's #1 weakness currently is just bleed. Someone that has bleed, literally maybe I don't know, your Eclipse or something, applying bleed on VOIDOTRON, pretty much instantly dead. You cannot even remove the bleeding. I believe so, at least. I don't know what stuff he has still. I don't think he has another way to heal. So just literally one type of bleed will kill this guy. Okay, maybe he can do ultra focus, right? But it's still quite decent in a way to get ultra focus. But yeah, LOL doesn't heal anymore, so at least you have to spend a turn to do ultra focus, which is still nice, you know, sleep and cookies immunity. But what I hope is what this update does to Void is pretty much just remove him from the fucking platinum arenas, you know, because I'm in the lower ranks right now because of the reset, right? I don't have a lot of plat to, you know, not plat train, but like relic my team currently. So it's I'm in the very bottom rank. So this is huge. VOIDOTRON nerf. Genocide also got a slight bit of nerf. It's still quite powerful in my opinion. It's only like 2 AP change. Or actually it's for 2 turns at least. But I think you can still get another what do you call this? You can still get another attack off afterwards. So I think the combo before with Genocide for having like 3 AP poison and for 3 turns is like you can do possibly another move after it. So you do silencing slash, you do passing embrace. Either you do Mother Nature or Switch Curse or maybe Reap, and then the poison is still there. So it was quite strong. I think this balances out Genocide as well. I'm still gonna use Genocide because I'm almost maxing her out. So definitely excited to get my Genocide to play her in the top 100 race I'm gonna try and do. Right. So Eclipse as well has been very powerful in the high ranks. 30 AP when attack inflicts bleed for 4 turns, anti-heal for 2 turns. And then with now 30 AP, bleed 4 turns, and anti-heal for 2 turns. It's a 4-turn immunity now. At least I believe that's for anti-heal, right? Not sure if it's a buff actually. I don't know. I feel like it's Eclipse is still really good. I think Eclipse is still good. It feels like it's unchanged in a way, but you know, I don't mind it. I'm gonna get my Eclipse very soon to level 30. So Inferno got nerfed when he got popular again. 30 AP physical move that he was up for 15, and now it's still a 30 AP move, but the enchanted stuff, you know, for the old one was 3 AP, now it's 2 AP. So it's still quite good, but maybe this one's the biggest change. Destruction to hard jab. Insanity. But I think that's still fine. Inferno is still usable. Dark Flow, however, I read this quite a bit like last night. I thought it was a good change since it has an additional 8 AP physical hit now, similar to Blighted Flu. But I noticed that before it was a 5 AP physical attack that hits 7 times, right? But now it's like a 4 AP physical attack that hits 6 times only. So it's somewhat a nerf, but also at the same time, I feel like it balanced Flu a bit more since you increase physical and defense by 2. So in the long run, I feel like Dark Flu is still quite good, especially if you have like a fuck ton of HP on it. I think it's still quite good, you know? So definitely still usable. At least I think I'm coping. But I think it's a very huge like AP change. But you know, the longer it is the fight, I feel like it'll be a bit more useful. Because I recently started using Dark Flu, so I would like to use him, you know, but we'll see if it's been nerfed this badly, right? So all right, another one that has been nerfed, I think, is the Goo, right? 33 AP water attack to now 32 AP attack, and then now it still lowers the speed by 20, which is still quite good. I think it's still quite decent. It's just like a slight damage decrease, but for a common, having 32 AP is quite insane. I think it's a 2-turn as well anyways, right? Is that 2-turn? Because 32 AP, what the fuck? Why is that so powerful? What the hell? That's a common, by the way. 32 AP and minuses your speed, so it gives you like, I guess, more speed manipulation tactics. That's quite insane actually. All right. Okay. All right, Aquarian. Did you get a buff this time around? Aquarian has been pretty much the most dead legendary ever, but you know, after this update it's probably VOIDOTRON. So now it's still the lowers defenses by 12 and steals. Oh, it steals now. All right, so I guess he gets 8 defenses back. That's pretty good. I'm assuming that's what he means, right? He steals 8 defenses back, so it gets like plus 8 defenses. The Technical Trench is now 30 AP water attack inflicts bleed and anti-heal for 3 turns. It is now a 33 AP water attack inflicts bleed and anti-heal for 3 turns. I'll say quite good now, actually. A Tentacle Trench is quite decent. I don't know what the Tentacle Trench is, though. Is that the water move? Okay, it is the water move, so. I mean, it's still pretty good, to be honest. But will it revive it? Probably. Who knows, right? But I have not seen this guy in so long, to be honest. Like, I've seen him before. I think I was still new, and it was quite a powerful legendary. But now it's quite mid, to say the least. But that's fine. Mama. All right. These crits are what I wanted. I saw this, you know, I saw a bit of it like last night before I went to sleep. And I really like the changes, at least for some of them. So for Mama, Mother's Instincts, 30 AP physical attack raises your defense by 6 with 9% accuracy. It is now raise your attack and defenses by 5. Attacks and defenses by 5, actually. Oh, I did not see attacks. I only saw defenses. That's why I thought it was a nerf. That's pretty good. Plus 5 on everything, and you pretty much use everything on Mama, right? Both defenses and attacks. So, hey, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. If it healed like plus 5 as well, would have been insane. But you know. For Papa, 25 AP lightning that raises your attack by 6. It is now still 25 lightning that raises your attacks and defenses by 5. So both of them got pretty much the same treatment for, I guess there's somewhat secondary skill, right? Like for Papa uses the Papa Destroy more, and then Mama uses the other move more. So I would say that's somewhat a W move. I did not see the attack from like yesterday. So having like plus defenses and plus attacks on your second attack is quite insane, to be honest. I might actually use them now, but also at the same time, like I don't have really good ones. Like I could hammer this and get it to red speed, and then also have my pop-out, which is not not really the best, but I'm gonna try and get one now. I'm not sure if it's powerful, you know, slight buff, but it's not like, you know, game changing or hero change, character change, miscrit changing, you know. So still good though. I like those buffs. This one guy, Dark Sith Arrow, has been pretty much buffed for like 1 AP more, 8 AP poison still. So yeah, 1 AP more on this final attack. This is what I want to say. Valentino. Bolt strike, 36 AP, 9% accuracy. It is now still 36 AP lightning that increases your elemental attack by 6. Significant buff on Valentino. Maybe, you know, I'm not sure if we'll make it powerful to the point where everyone uses it, but it's really good. You know, having more EA. The bolt strike at first generally felt so bland. You know, yes, it has a high amount of AP, but also at the same time, it kind of, I think before it lowered the defenses, but I guess that got removed, and now you get more EA, so which is good. I think voltage to plasma pulse. I don't know what plasma pulse is. I'm not sure if that's any better. I wish they give back the gold when they remove stuff, you know. 7, 14, 21, 28, 28 AP. I'm not sure how much AP was voltage. Do I have anyone with voltage? Oh, okay. It's 24. All right. 7, 14, 21, 28. Just making sure. So yeah, it's big buff actually. I thought they removed the Tesla turret for one sec, but I'm glad they didn't. So definitely Valentino is usable now, at least, right? And a good teammate, at least what I'm thinking of currently, is Rudy. Rudy got back his 10 block. So before it lowered your defenses by 6, but now it provides 10 block, which I think pretty much is the same as last time. Maybe it was 15 before. So Cold Crush gives you block, and then, you know, having your what do you call this? Having your what do you call those barb stuff, right? Having your barb stuff will pretty much help. You know, 2 times barb and then having 10 block here. Pretty much got back what he used to have. But I need to rebonus this guy once again because I have very low EA. Maybe I'll just swap the EA with the speed or the HP, but we'll see. But I'm glad. I'm really glad Rudy got buffed. You know, these two are like my favorites. I wish Pipsy is here as well, but I'm guessing not. Still waiting for the Pipsy getting lightning rod maybe. But yeah, freedom. A crit I haven't seen in a while. 8 AP fire damage that heals yourself by 15. And then now it got nerfed for a little bit. He was, yeah, you get actually no, you get more accuracy at least. I got 100% accuracy, then plus actually, yeah, it's a buff. Actually, there's still 8 AP if you enchant it, and then it has 105 accuracy, which is really good. At least, you know, a bright light won't instantly kill it, right? And Veto got to change 27 to 29 AP, which is pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty much it. PD to 2.5. And HP to 3.5. Yeah, it's not bad. You know, having more HP is quite nice. So, Light Bludger. I've not seen this crit ever since Suribi stopped being active. But big buff actually. 32 AP to now 32 AP. Takes 10 fixed damage and still has stat surge. Sprint is now Overwhelm, which is good. And then Tickle went to Sprint. Big buff for Light Bludger, to be honest. Can't wait to to let Suribi know. Let me get a screenshot of this right now, actually. All right, move on to Foil Killer Eye. I believe one of these killer eyes got like a massive buff. Well, we'll see who it is. Foil Killer Eye. Okay, Foil Killer Eye, Lightning Barb, 16 AP, grants 9 healing. Wait, Foil Killer Eye. Who is Foil Killer Eye? Is this the one that you can't get? I'm assuming. Where is it? This one, right? Oh, that's Blighted. Okay, who's Foil? What is? Oh, this one. Okay, 5 EA. Damn, that's actually kind of insane. Foil Killer Eye, 16 AP lightning attack that hits 2 times and grants 9 healing. It is now 16 AP still, 11 healing. Okay, slight buff on the healing stuff. That's quite nice. PA to 2 out of 5 and HP to 4 out of 5. I mean, it's quite decent. At least now it's like a little bit more tanky, right? But this seems quite good. You can capture it as well. What else is that? It has confuse. Maybe not. Maybe that'll be good, right? To cycle stuff. I didn't know he had confused the entire time. I never saw this guy in competitive, to be honest, or in Plat Arena. So never saw it. Blighted Killer. I think this is the massive buff though. Blighted Lightning Barb. 30 AP physical attack that inflicts paralysis for 2 turns. It is now a 33 AP physical attack that paralyzes for 3 turns. Oh, 5 turn immunity though. Okay. Killer Cry. Blighted Drain inflicts 10 AP for DOT for 2 turns. Grants and healing. Wait. Oh, Killer Cry to Blight Drain. Oh, okay. What the hell did Killer Cry do? No clue, because no one uses this shit. But inflicts 10 AP physical DOT for 2 turns and grants 10 healing. Okay, that's quite good now, actually. Has something to paralyze your opponents, and then has some sort of like longevity in during that like 1v1, right? So not bad. HP to 2 out of 5, EAs to 1 out of 5, and then ED is 3 out of 5. Like I said, don't know. I've never seen this guy anywhere. Just because maybe it's not capturable, but it is a somewhat of a sniper. Pretty much to, I guess, trap someone that's very weak to physical defense. Right? But I think it's still quite underwhelming. But you know, like I said, I'm no pro, so maybe it's good, maybe it's not. Not really sure. Now I haven't used it. I can't even get it myself. So what can you do? Pyrex, did he get a buff? Please tell me he got a buff. Okay, slight buffs, kind of like similar to Valentino. 30 fire attack that heals 10 HP and then gets elemental attack by 6. Okay, not bad. Not bad at all. Oh, actually, slight change on the AP though. 3 AP to 2 AP. Gotcha. Smolder Fry. This is the guy with a fuck ton of physical damage. So 45 AP to now 42 AP. And then did it change on a paralyze? Paralyze is only 1 turn. Okay. 8 AP poison. Oh, it has 8 AP poison now for 2 turns. Wait, paralyze for 1 turn. Okay, paralyze the opponent for 1 turn and then paralyze yourself for 2 turns. Okay, so it paralyzes your enemy as well. At least it removed bleed. It gives AP poison now. This is still quite I cannot read this more properly. This is a little bit too messy for me to read, but diminish your sprint. No clue it diminishes. I think it lowers your speed or something. I think. I don't know. Been a while. Reballer. Hard jab to Mother Nature. PA to 2 out of 5. HP. Okay. Slight buff. Light Dixie. Firestorm. Sludge to anti-heal. Okay. Light Dixie is like, I believe the epic one, right? This one. Yeah. Ruthless Bite. I mean, I guess it has anti-heal, but nah. I don't think it's too useful still. Pavoros. Yeah, it's a buff. PA to 1 and then more HP. That's nice. Embargo. PA to 1 out of 5. I remember this guy being physical attack. I swear. Was he not physical attack back in the day? Maybe I'm thinking of another crit, but EA 4 out of 5 down instead of 3 out of 5. So that's a big, somewhat of a buff for Winnebago. Light Quirk. Smackdown. 28 AP. Barb 2 stacks. It's now 29 AP. That applies Barb 2 stacks. Okay. Pretty good. Venom. To trash a 20 AP physical attack with 5% accuracy. Oh, 22 AP, like a singular attack or secondary attack. Well-rounded is now to Venom. Sleep to well-rounded. EA to 1 out of 5. ED to 4 out of 5. Could be good now. Could be good. Where are you though? I don't know where you are, and I'm probably seeing. Okay, that is Dark Quirk. Where is Light Quirk? Oh, it's here. Fucking hell. Okay. So yeah, I mean, actually, yeah, it's quite strong now. I forgot you can hunt this guy too. All right. I mean, it's not bad. Definitely. I feel like the last one is quite underwhelming though. Just having barbed. Maybe it's decent. Maybe it's not. I don't really know. Haven't used it, so probably won't use it as much. Dark Quirk. Slight buff. More HP. Shrulet. Did we get a buff? AP Firewater Purges Foe. AP Purges Foe. So, a slight nerf. From 3 AP to 2 AP. Toxics now to Geyser, and then Spring Shower to Toxic. So I think it pretty much balanced out Shrulet. I feel like it's more of a buff as well because of the Geyser. Yeah, I think it's a buff, to be honest. I think you can have like, I think plus 2 more. How much? How many more AP? So this is pretty good. Pretty good. Freako. A nerf actually. Okay. Actually, no, it's a buff still. It doesn't have cleanse anymore, which is unfortunate, but it does have 5 AP fire for DOT, and recovery becomes refresh. So it still has the cleanse here on the refresh, and applies fire DOT now for 2. I guess more damage technically, if we don't swap. Nessie, maybe a buff on this guy. Have not seen Nessie for such a long time. 9 AP water that hits 3 times, so 3 times 7 HP. Oh, steals now. Okay, steals 5 HP. Not sure if that's a nerf or a buff, but at least it's a good change. Nero, please be buff. Roaring Smash, 25 AP to, okay, 7 AP poison still, 1 AP more, and that's it. Unless I'm blind. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Relics wise, Arrow of Love got a slight nerf, also at the same time, it doesn't really matter as much. Have more HP, less EA, so I think this is still a buff, even for Lost Swords, plus HP. Rudolph though, more HP at least, less EA. Siam's Trident, no clue what you do, but it, you know, it's pretty much the same. Lost like 2 on the other ones, on the offensive ones, and then got like a bit of HP. Overall, I think the patch is pretty good. I'm quite happy about this. You know, a lot of people are like pretty much unhappy VOIDOTRON's being nerfed to the ground like this. However, you know, VOIDOTRON has been pretty much in the VOIDOTRON is pretty much in the meta for quite a while, you know, so I believe it's somewhat of a good change. You know, that's what I think. At least, you know, you guys might think it's a kind of a shit change, I guess, going for like a legendary and it being bad in a way. But at this point, you know, when everyone is using Void and then they pretty much just like win games without even trying, that's what I think Void is, right? Because essentially what you do is, you know, have a slow crit at the start and then having Void on the second one. So you most likely get 2 turns. And I feel like, I don't know, I really don't like it. I really don't like the whole Void meta, because now when you go into battle, you know, all you see is a lot of Voids. You know, I'm not a top player and such, right? I know how to counter Void too, just using a fuck ton of physical attacks and then DOTs and such, right? But knowing that like you need to have at least 1 crit in your team that counters Void, you know, I feel like that's pretty much a good indication that like, hey, you know, this crit is way too overpowered. Well, not really overpowered, but it's just hella annoying to go against, right? But like I said, I haven't had like a problem with Void in such a long time, but I'm still very glad of this change. Quite sad a little bit because I got Void on my second account. You know, maybe it would have, you know, carried my second account a little bit more. But you know, that account is still quite fine, especially since I'm gonna buy the gold pack later on that account. So that's you know, overall a W change for me. I think this will be the last update for a little bit. I'm hoping it is. Well, not really hoping it is that there will be no updates coming soon, but I'm hoping there will be a Volcano Island what do you call this, update on the very next one. But hopefully we get more events like this as well, like this like whole event thing where you get like horns and such. I really think this is a good monthly thing to do for the game. But like I said, it's a little bit overpowered, but it's nice to have, you know, some free stuff every once in a while, you know. I think this is still quite balanced though. Like having 350, maybe I thought they would increase it to 400, but I think that would be too much. So 350 is pretty good. And Harvest Feast, any devs listening, I love this event. Hopefully it returns every now and then, maybe not every month. I don't know, but I feel like it's something, it's a good event to come at least every few months and such, you know. You get free hammers, free plat, and free packs, you know. Dash, I think there will be one again for Christmas, so if you're gonna miss this event out and maybe not finish it, definitely recommend though getting at least 1 set hammer, because it's just really that good, you know. So you don't have to breed your crits to have perfect stats and everything like that. So I think this is gonna be pretty much for me, you know. The next few weeks we'll have somewhat of a plat arena grind, since I'm going for my relic team now, my new relic team. We'll see if Dark Fluid is that bad now, or if like Geneseed is a bit underwhelming now. But I think we'll be fine. And I'm definitely gonna try and build a Valentino team, since I already have Rudy like relic. So that's gonna be it for me. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy today's video, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Enjoy the event. That's what I like to say. Peace out.